I know you're busy, so I put together a quick video to help you double your productivity today. Not in a week from now, not in a month from now, not even next quarter. You can take these strategies and the system that I'm about to talk about and put it in place today to get as much on your to-do list done as possible, and you will feel so much more in control and less overwhelmed just in the next couple minutes being able to absorb this strategy I'm going to talk about. If you haven't heard from me, my name is Pam and I help small business owners simplify and automate their business offline and online. We try to maximize their growth by making things run simpler, better, faster, and at less cost than they did before. So with that being said, being as productive with your time as possible is a huge strategy to maximize your business growth and honestly improve your overall life quality. The system I use, and I just want to go through it with you a little bit because it's helped me tremendously. And if you don't have a system in place, because a lot of times we just make a huge to-do list and we hope we get some of it done. At the end of the day, I don't know if you've been like this where you have 20 things on your list to get done and you might have only got 2 because life happens, things come up. So this is a strategy to be as productive as possible. There's 2 elements to it that I'm going to talk about. One of them is setting goals. And this sounds simple, but it's a lot more complicated than that because a lot of times we think we set goals, we put them in our head, but we don't write them down, and we're not smart about our goals. And I'm not talking about those big yearly goals or even the ones in the quarter. I'm talking about what are you going to get done this month? What are you going to get done this week to get done what you need to this month? So it's so important to actually write down your goals, not just think them in your head or talk to them with a friend. Write them down, and when you write them down, be very specific and smart. And if you don't know what SMART goals are, we're going to talk about that real quick because it's very important when you're setting goals. So SMART goals is an acronym. So it's an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. So I want to go through each one of those real quick. So specific, what specifically is your goal related to? So do you want to improve Facebook ads? Or something like that, or you want to improve your email marketing, or you want to improve your website. That's somewhat specific, but I want you to get down to it. What specifically do you want to improve on your website? Do you want to improve the conversions? Do you want to improve the graphics? Do you want to improve the look? Now the next part of that is measurable. So it needs to be a measurable or quantifiable goal so that you know whether you achieved it or not. So if you want to improve your Facebook, or you want to improve engagement, impressions, likes, follows, those things, be very specific, but also put a number to it. Do you want to improve your followers by 10? That's really important when you're setting goals to know that you actually achieved them by having a numeric, quantifiable way to say, hey, I met that goal today, and feel really good about it. So the other thing is you want to have it be achievable and realistic. And sometimes these are one and the same, but they're very different. So do you have the skill set? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the time to get this done? And so if they're not achievable and they're not realistic, then you're going to get really frustrated with that goal. Now, if you don't have the knowledge or time, if you can buy the time, you can get with somebody that has that knowledge, you can get it done. So that's one thing when you're thinking through the goals, make sure it's actually achievable either with your income or your skill set or your ability to tap somebody on the shoulder to get it done for you. Be very realistic about that because otherwise you're just going to get frustrated with it. The other part of that is the time base. So like I said, if you're going to get it done this week, what day of the week is it due by? If you're going to get it this month, what week are you committed to getting it done by that Friday or that Monday? If you're going to do YouTube or Facebook Lives, you know, what day of the week are you going to do that? What is your goal? And how are you going to get there? So it's very important to set goals and set SMART goals. When you're doing a to-do list, I am still into the good old-fashioned planner, and this is a Franklin planner. There's the Daytimers. Franklin planner is just kind of one step up as far as the paper quality and things. I've been using that for 10 years now. And of course, different versions, different styles, but I like something I can throw in my purse when I go. But I'm still a list person. When you do a list, that's very important, and a lot of people don't do it, is make sure you put some quantifiable metrics on that list. So one thing that's a really easy idea is an ABC method. So A's are your high priority, B's are your mid-level priority, and C's, if you don't get them done, you're okay with it. Problem with C's is sometimes they go from next day to next day to next day. Also, C's, sometimes they're the ones that are only 5-10 minutes a shot. What I want you to do, if you have A priorities, not everything's an A priority. On your list, there should be 1 to 3 things that are absolutely important for you to get done that day. So I want you to write down the things you need done in your day, in your business, in your life, and put an A down next to 1 or 3. And put a B down next to 1 or 3. Put a C down next to 1 or 3. Now you can do this all the way through the whole alphabet, but honestly, most things you do in a day are either high priority, medium priority, or low priority. And low priority sometimes are things that are really good to get done, but those are also things that are typically pretty cheap to outsource. The A priority things are typically things only you can do, so those are critically important to get done that day. So I hope these 2 tips help you out, is set some goals, set some SMART goals, and then when you put down what you need to get done today, make sure you have your ABC priority as far as high, low, medium, because you need to also be realistic of those low things. If they don't need done, don't write them down. If you like this video or you've got any value out of this, or if this has helped you out, please like, share, give it to somebody that you think might enjoy it, and I hope that I can help you in the future.